5 strangers, 1 common goal: to lose weight and get healthy. Subscribe to this channel to follow their year-long collaboration to lose a collective 500 pounds. The 500 Pound Project presents Collab the Flab. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to week 10 weigh-in. We are actually going to have to start this weigh-in with a little bit of disappointing news. Jonah has decided to continue his weight loss journey on his own channel, and he will no longer be associated with the Collab the Flab project. We wish him nothing but the greatest. I know that he will reach his goals, and we are excited for him to do that. So good luck with your journey, Jonah. And for the rest of us, let's get to the weigh-ins.
Hey everybody, it's Chantel from We Miss Show, and let's get started on my weigh-in. So this week I am out of the 260s. I am so excited. I'm at 259.6, which isn't a huge thing. It's 4 ounces out of the 260s, but you know what? It is out of the 260s, and I am beyond excited. I did not get it on camera because I'm an imbecile. I forgot my camera downstairs, and then I ate breakfast not even thinking. Like, my mind just kind of bleh, because I was so excited. I was screaming, dancing, and all that stuff, and then I had breakfast, and I definitely gained back those 4 ounces, but I'm beyond excited. Like, I am seeing a difference in my body. A month ago, I did, I measured my waists and arms and legs and stuff like that, so I'm going to do that again because I know there's a difference, at least in inches. If it's not coming off so fast on the scale, I know that it's coming off on inches because my pants are way too big. Like, I'm not going to buy any new ones yet just because financially I can't afford to buy a new pair of pants every couple inches I lose because jeans are expensive, especially if you're plus size. So I'll just make these work. I might go buy like a $10 belt at Walmart just to make them work. But my size, I think they're either 20s or 22s. I don't remember exactly. I am definitely out of those. I'm like a size 18 now, which is so exciting. So I've noticed the inches. I noticed in it physically. I know that we're supposed to do some body shots this week, so I'm gonna have to do that. I am noticing a difference in my body. I am getting compliments from people, which is super nice. It's nice to hear that. My boxing coach is like, he says he can see a difference in my endurance, like during cardio and stuff, and he can just see a difference in me as a person, which is awesome to hear, and I'm so thankful. My number 2, my food and my workouts. So I've been going to my boxing classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're hour-long classes, and I love them. I'm seriously falling in love with boxing, and I've talked myself into kickboxing. The days that I can get a babysitter for Jackson, I'm going to start going to kickboxing classes at the UFC gym that I go to and do that. It's just hard because they don't have a daycare like some gyms do, and everybody else in the house has full-time jobs. So I am a stay-at-home mom, but it's hard when you can't take him with you to kickboxing. But I think next year they start accepting children, so I'm going to see about getting him into some martial arts classes there, and boxing and kicking, just to help him stay active, and then also a way for him to have an outlet, because this is a huge outlet for me. I deal with depression, anxiety, and anger issues, so it's a great outlet for me just to sit there for an hour and punch on that body bag and just put everything that's happening in here out on that bag and just go for it and knock it out of the park. So that's a good time for me. Like, it's relaxing to me. It is the most relaxing. Exerting my body for an hour at that gym is the most relaxing part of my day. It seriously is. So, and then when I'm not at the gym working out, I am here and I do 30 to an hour, sometimes a little bit more. I found this workout, Body Blender or something like that. It's a YouTube channel, but it's a 1,000 calorie workout So that's great. And so I've been working my tail off with that and Jillian Michaels and whatever like appeals to me for a workout that day, as long as it's 30 minutes or more, I do it. It just has to appeal to me. Some days I don't feel like doing Jillian Michaels. Some days I feel like doing Tybo. So that's what I'll do, Tybo with Billy Blanks or whatever, which is, I forgot, I did it with my parents like when it came out on VHS when I was little. I did that workout every day with my parents, and I was really fit when I was little. Like I did dance classes and stuff, and I, like when they do double time or something on this video, I can't keep up anymore. Like I'm like, but I keep going. Like I push myself and I'm just like, oh my Atlanta girl, what happened to you? And for food, it was, this last week was shopping week. So we were like out of groceries. We are on a very strict budget. So we get $150 every week to feed us, and I have to make that work. And towards the end of the second week, it tends to get a little low on food. Like I have enough to make lunches and dinners, and they may not be the most nutritious lunches and dinners. I do what I can with what I have. This week I made an extensive meal plan, and I was able to get everything we needed for breakfast, lunches, and dinners in our meal budget for the 2 weeks. And I was able to get healthy snacks and stuff, so let's hope that lasts. I did a lot of organic frozen veggies and stuff, veggies and fruits from Costco, and they're in like really big bags, so I'm really hoping those help out a lot with keeping the nutrients we need out of veggies and fruits and stuff and smoothies and stuff. So let's hope that helps a lot. And if anyone's interested in how I do my meal plans and stuff, I would love to talk to you guys about that. And if you have any like super cheap healthy meals that are your go-to, that are like easy ingredients that will go into other meals at the grocery store for your weekly shopping or bi-weekly shopping like we have to do, please write them down below. I would love to hear them. So number 3 are human moments. We had a fallout in the group this week, and that really affected me. I'm sure it affected everybody else in the group, but my stress level was out of the water this week. Like I was a constant mess. Like, and I thank God for Travis, seriously, because he lets me vent to him and talk out what I need to talk out or whatever, and he's just great about it. He listens, he gives me advice, and it's nice, and I'm so blessed to have him, and I'm so appreciative of him, and I just thank God every day for him, because I don't know what I would do without him. He's just great about that stuff. So we definitely didn't want things to go the way they did. It just happened, and we have to keep pushing forward. That's what Travis has told me. He was like, you can't let this affect you. You just have to keep pushing forward. It's the best thing you can do for yourself and for the group. So that's that. And yesterday was kind of a cheat day for me, in the sense, like, it wasn't horrible. I did go over my allotted calories that I'm trying to stick to, but I did a workout with Jillian Michaels, and then I pushed myself for half of another exercise, but by the time I got halfway through, it was just so late, and I was so tired, because Jackson's sleep schedule has been not the greatest. But I did get pushed for those extra calories, and I'm proud of myself for pushing as hard as I did. It is what it is, and I'm not gonna make myself feel horrible about it, because in the past, if I've done something wrong, I've made myself feel like absolute crap, and it doesn't help me in any way. So I'm just gonna keep pushing forward. There's gonna be some bumps in this lifestyle change, and I just need to keep going and keep working hard. 4 is any tips or advice, and my advice to you is just keep pushing. Don't let things get to you, because it's not gonna help you. I realize there's struggles in everyday life, but the best thing you can do is just keep going for yourself. And that's about that. Number 5 is my goals for next week. My goal is to get down to 255. I don't know why that number sticks out of my head, but it's just the number I want to get to next week. 255 would be great. I'm going to, I don't know, just keep sticking with my meal plan and stuff, making sure I'm getting all the nutrients I need, and try to stick to my calories as much as I can, and play outside more with Jackson. The weather here has been beautiful. This month in April. So March and April are supposed to be the snowiest months of the month for the year of Colorado, and they've been beautiful. So let's cross our fingers and hope that, because Jackson loves playing outside and I love seeing him smile, so the more I can do with him, the better. And it allows me to get out for walks and stuff. But that's about that for goals. The only other things I wanted to talk about was some things that have helped motivate me this week is I got some new workout clothes. This shirt is my new workout shirt. I love it. It's like, this sounds silly, but I like it. Soaks up your sweat and I can feel how wet and cold it gets, which I love because sweat is fat crying. So I like that about this shirt. It keeps me dry, but at the same time I can feel it getting wet and gross, and I love that feeling. I got a pair of pants too, but I wasn't smart enough to read the tag. I did read it enough for it to be the size down, because when I got some new workout pants, I went for a size down. But I wasn't smart enough to read that they're winter workout pants. They're lined with fleece. I will literally die in my gym with those pants on. So I gotta bring those back. I was so excited. They were like $5. They were on clearance, and now I know why. I thought it was because everyone's getting over their New Year's resolution and some people aren't sticking with what they had done, and so they were just putting that stuff down to clearance. No, it's because they're winter, and winter's over practically in Colorado because it's like 70 degrees out. So dumb girl moment there. I got a new water bottle and I will show that. So cute. It's a Bubba. I love Bubbas. They're good quality. It is 32 ounces. It has the cute little pink straw with the aqua bluish insulation wrap, so it keeps the water nice and cold, and I absolutely love it. Oh, and I'm going to do measurements. I took my measurements. I have this app in my phone. I'll show it to you. It's this weigh-in app that I keep track, and it keeps track of what the percentage you've lost and how many pounds you have to go, how many pounds you've lost, and it just keeps you motivated, and it allows you to put your measurements in so you can measure yourself every so often. So I did it about a month ago, so I think I'm going to do it again later on and just see what the differences in my body are. And also I'm going to put in my FitnessPal name. Please go add me. I love having the motivation. I love seeing my news feed below. It keeps me going. And so that's about it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support for all of us. We are very appreciative, and we are just very thankful for you guys, and I love you all so much. See you next week. Bye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to our weigh-in. I think this is week 10, which is ridiculous. I cannot believe that it has been that long. Like, time really does fly. I used to think when I was a kid it lasted forever. And my mom always said, like, time speeds up as you age. She is right. Oh my Lord. It's just like, I cannot believe how fast time flies. Let's get on to the questions, or I could just sit here and talk forever. Number one, my weigh-in for this week. Last week I was 331.4, and this week I am 325.6. What? Oh my gosh, I could not believe that when I stepped on the scale, because I literally did not think I had lost any weight this week. Mainly because I did not do a whole lot of exercise. I did, however, put together a swing set and a desk, and I did go and walk at the park, but I just didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do any videos. I know a lot of people did like a challenge last week, a workout challenge. I did not get to do that just because I was so busy, but literally somehow the weight just went. Number two, what have I done for working out and what have I ate? My diet really hasn't changed. I pretty much stick with the same foods. Some of that is just because the rest of my family is not vegetarian, I should say that. The rest of my family eats one meal and then I eat another meal. So I tend to buy my own food and prepare it and then like cook their food. So my diet really doesn't change. I probably need to change, like put some stuff in or try new stuff, and I try to do that. I try to have like one new food at least a month, but my diet really doesn't change all that very much. As far as exercising, like I said, I did not do a whole lot. I did not like do exercise videos or anything. I did go and walk the track several times this week because we had nice weather, and I'll have to say that I really have enjoyed that. I almost found it like meditation. I'm away from the kids. I let my mom watch the kids while I'm doing that. And it's just kind of me walking. I can be thinking, or I can listen to music, or I can just like not think and just kind of zone out and just walk. And I'm burning calories, but I'm enjoying myself, and I have some me time, which is kind of what makeup is for me. But now this is actually moving and me time, which is a good thing, right? Also, let me just say, this may be going into human moments, so we'll just go ahead and say these are human moments. For whatever reason this week, even though I did not think I had lost weight, I noticed a big change in my pants. Literally, I took a picture of these today because I have like a gap about this big in the back of my pants. So I am losing my booty. My booty is going. I wish my stomach would be going. That would be like ideal. Like, you know, the little belly roll everybody gets, especially if you've had kids. So I'm losing my booty. That is hilarious. But I wanted to show y'all that picture. Another human moment is that swing set tried to kick my butt. Literally, I was working on it. It took me 2 days to put it together, but I am very, very proud that I got that thing put together. There should be, if you buy a swing set, there should be people that come to your house specifically to put it together, because swing sets are not cheap. But then no, they like, you can buy like torture devices. You pay for the torture device, you bring it home, try to put it together, and then your kids love it and play with it, but to you it is always going to be a torture device, because that's what I feel like towards that swing set. But it's her birthday next weekend, so this was her early birthday present. Another human moment is that Jonah is now not part of the collab. I'm very sorry to see him go. I really enjoyed him being a part of the collab, and I still enjoy his friendship. I wish him nothing but the best, and I know that he is going to continue his weight loss journey. I would say, like, it, you know, nothing that really happened kind of affected my own weight loss journey this week. I didn't have something really, really stressful that I wanted to overeat. There were some, you know, funny moments, and then there were some very stressful moments, but I was able to kind of keep myself on track as far as my weight loss goals. Going on to tips. I really don't have any tips for this week, except that maybe sometimes you do need to treat yourself. I kind of feel that my body enjoyed the treat that I gave myself last week, where having a Starbucks, having a cookie, and then I didn't let myself get stressed out and say, well, I've ruined it. I've ruined my diet. Let's go get a bag of chips. Let's go get some chocolate. And then I'm like, no, you know, eating and eating and eating. I didn't do that. I had my Starbucks. I had my cookie. I had my stressful time. Next day, I woke up. Okay, let's go for a walk. I'm gonna eat my hummus and my carrots. And I think that maybe my body really did enjoy that. And it was like, okay, so she's mixing it up a little bit. We're just gonna like take her booty off, okay? So 5 pounds of booty lost. So yeah, that would be my tip maybe. Don't stress out if you have a treat, or if you fall off and you eat something you're not supposed to eat. Get yourself back up the next day and do what you're supposed to be doing. I think that's a really good tip. So what are my goals for the upcoming week? I would at least like to see 2 pounds of weight loss. That is my goal. I'd be very happy. My kind of immediate goal, or goal for the future, is I would like to be under 300. I don't care if it's like 299.9 by my birthday, which is April the 18th. If I kind of kept going at the rate I'm going, I will be there before that, which would be fantastic. But I would at least like to lose at least 2 pounds for the next week, and just stay on my diet, stay on my activity level, maybe even add in a little bit more exercise. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I appreciate all of your kind words last week, and I appreciate all your support. It really does mean the world to me, and I love you guys. Bye!
What's up guys, Todd here for another weekly update. Bad news, this week just kind of sucked for me. Weight loss wise, I maintained my weight. It's not something that's usually associated with being a negative thing, but we're trying to lose 100 pounds in 1 year, and I know it's a tough thing to do, and I've had amazing advice from many of you, and everybody, you know, the consensus is that, you know, don't pressure yourself and don't think about that 100-pound marker so much, because it just puts a lot of pressure on you. And I've really been feeling that pressure, you know, trying to hit milestones every week and every day and every month, and when you don't meet those, you just fall into a funk, and then you fall into old habits because you're just like, well, it's not gonna work out anyway. And so those were technically my human moments this week as well. Falling back into old habits, which is what I did this week. Workout wise, this was probably my best workout week since we've started. I did Shay Carl's CrossFit challenge. I hiked, I ran a little bit, which is really exciting. I walked a little bit. I've been doing all of my same routine things of squats and push-ups before showers. Exercise-wise, excellent week. Food-wise, not so much. Food-wise, definitely fell into bad habits, extreme cravings. There wasn't any craving for any particular thing, but just there was food, I was just like consuming it and I could not stop. I have no idea. It's almost like being an alcoholic. If there's booze, you just gotta have it. There was food, I just had to have it. And there's this mental thing, and as I'm eating it, I'm feeling guilty. Even when I'd stop, I'd come back later. It was a disaster this week. And luckily, because I've been working out so much this week, I just kind of met fell into old habits eating wise with exercising more, and we just didn't gain any weight, we didn't lose any weight, which I guess I should be grateful to some respect, but I'm extremely disappointed in the fact that I didn't lose anything this week. So it's time to turn it up a notch and try and break these old habits that I had before starting this program. When it came to working out and trying Shay Carl's CrossFit Challenge, which I heard about from our group, I think Amy or Chantel sent us a message about doing Shay Carl's CrossFit Challenge from his Shay Loss channel. At first you hear CrossFit and you're like, there's no way I can do anything with the word CrossFit in it. To my surprise, it actually wasn't that bad. I watched Shay Carl's video. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. It's really a good video if you're looking for something to do at home. It's really simple, you don't need a big space, and it's only 20 minutes. But in his video, he was talking about when you get to a certain point where you just can't do any more of this CrossFit exercise that he's put together, do anything, you know, dance around and, you know, just keep moving your body. Moving your body is healthy. So that's exactly what I did. I could only go like 1.5 rounds and I was done. There was no more Shay Carl's CrossFit Challenge to be had. There were parts of my body that refused to move and refused to not cramp, so I just took his advice. I just started moving, I started dancing around. I worked out parts of my body that I could move. Modifications are seriously the name of the game. If there's anything that you can't do, there's a modification that can be made so that you can and build up to doing it without modifications. My goal this week is to just fight all those urges. It's something that is extremely hard for me. I am one of those people that is addicted to food. It's not something that I'm particularly proud of or even like to admit, but you know, it's one of those things that you've got to have. You've got to have food to survive. It's fuel, it's where our energy is, and you've got to have it. So it's one of those things, like unlike any other addiction, which are all difficult in their own respect, but they're not things that you have to have. You don't have to have cigarettes. You don't have to have alcohol or what have you. But food, you have to have. So it's hard trying to monitor not just foods that you should eat, but shouldn't eat, and how much and how little and when and where and all of these little different things that have to deal with food. You've got to have them, yet you crave them. And it's not like where you can just quit cold turkey and you're fine, because in a few hours you've got to do it again. You've got to eat again. And starving yourself doesn't help anything. So it's just a battle. You're battling these addictions, and I dealt with it really the last couple weeks. I think I lost 0.6 pounds 2 weeks ago, and then this week I just flatlined and didn't do anything, and then this next week is just me trying to battle these food demons. My advice to others is just stay strong, keep on keeping on. We all fall back sometimes. Sometimes you have to take one step back to take 2 steps forward, and that is perfectly okay. Pardon my language, but shit happens. You know, we are going through a big change in our lives, whether it's weight loss, any kind of drug addiction, or challenges that we face in life. Sometimes you gotta move 1 step back to move 2 steps forward. It's inconvenient, it's frustrating, but you overcome it, and at the end of this journey, you're gonna be so freaking happy and grateful that you stuck with it. And that's kind of what I've, you know, been going through and really challenging myself and learning to accept. So I challenge you to do the same and just stick with it. You can do this, I can do this, my teammates can do this. We can all do this. We'll stick together, we'll support each other, we'll be just fine. We can and we will accomplish anything that we set our minds to and just stick to, and know that even when we fall back a little bit, we can always move forward and make a difference and make a change in our lives and others' lives. So yeah, let's just get her done, guys. Let's just get it done, step up, and then we can just not have to worry about it so much. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for the love and support yet again. I will see you next week with another weigh-in. See you guys.
Hey guys, Water's Wife here, aka Amy. I think I said that backwards from what I normally say it. Anyway, it has been such an emotional roller coaster this week. I almost don't know where to begin, so I am really grateful that we have our 5 questions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with those. The amazing news is that I had a fantastic weigh-in. It was something that I very much needed this week. I worked very hard for, and I am grateful. And I am proud to announce that I lost 3.6 pounds this week, which puts me down to 297.8. Did you hear that? I started my weight with a 2. 297.8. I am seriously so excited. I might tear up several times during this weigh-in because I'm just so excited. I have been working really hard. I have been frustrated with the scale. I have made changes. I have made more changes. And I am just so grateful that the scale was kind to me this week, because this of all weeks I really needed some great news. And so I am very excited about that. As far as eating, of course, during the week I just tried to keep it simple, keep it healthy, keep it clean. Basically I stuck to shopping at the perimeter of the store, so fresh veggies, fresh fruits, meats, that sort of thing, trying to avoid anything that was processed, just sticking with the plan and avoiding sugar and carbs as much as I possibly could. As far as workouts, I was doing my Jillian Michaels again, and I also went to the gym and did some cardio. Tyson and I went and lifted weights yesterday, so it was arms day. And that was so nice to have my husband come with me yesterday. That was really awesome. I was glad that he came with me. Human moments. This is where it gets tricky. This whole week was a giant human moment. Historically, this is an emotional week for me every year. That's something kind of emotional and personal that I might talk to on my channel. Just has some stuff to do with basically my childhood. So coming into this week, I was really scared, and I really knew that I needed some help and some motivation. Something that I don't often do is I don't often reach out for help when I need help. I like to think that I'm Superwoman and I can get it all done, and that's a quick recipe to disaster when you don't lean on your teammates for help. I have an amazing support system with my friends and my family, both online and in person, and I worked really hard to create an amazing team with this collab. And I had to reach out and ask for some support this week because I knew that this week was gonna be, I knew it was gonna be emotional, and it was. And there was added emotion on top of that I wasn't expecting and that I never wanted to go through. And I lost a friend, and I hurt someone's feelings, and that's never okay. And this week was my worst week emotionally that I have had in quite a while. But I tried to just push forward. I leaned on my support system, and my support system got me through it. And to all of you, thank you. Thank you for being there for me, because I mean, I love you guys. Thank you. So nothing specific that I want to get into other than just this whole week was emotional and one human moment after the next. And I'm very proud of myself for not turning to food, not closing the blinds, shutting the door, and staying in bed, because that's all I wanted to do. I'm proud of myself, and that's a lot to do with my support system, so thank you. As far as tips and advice, I think that I'm just gonna have to say build your support system and use your support system. And if your support system isn't giving you what you need, then reevaluate. You need to be able to give to your support system 100%, but in return, your support system should be giving you 100% as well. And so I just strongly urge people that if you're not getting the support you need, there are other avenues to get the support you need. And not every situation is gonna work out, and that's okay. Every single person on this planet is a unique person with a unique attitude in a unique situation, and everybody has different emotions and reactions and situations, and not everybody is going to work well together, and that's okay. Just make the adjustments that you need to, and hopefully the next time works. But if it doesn't, then you readjust, you reevaluate, you recalculate. And this goes for everything in your life. Always be looking for feedback, always be looking for ways to emotionally, mentally, physically grow and make yourself stronger and be the best you that you can be. There's going to be setbacks. If there is anything I have learned in my 33 years on this planet, is that there are going to be setbacks. You are going to be disappointed, you are going to disappoint other people, and you just have to learn and grow and move on and be the best version of you that you can be. So that's the advice I have for this week, and you better believe that I am telling myself this advice. I am looking in this camera lens and I'm telling myself this. So hopefully someone else gets something out of it, but I know that I sure am. And then lastly, goals for the next week. I do not want to see a 3 in front of my weight again ever. So I want to try and put even more of a buffer between me and that number. I want to continue to grow emotionally and mentally and put this week behind me and never look back. I have my goals and I have my aspirations, and I am ready. I am ready. Things are clicking and I am so excited. That was my week. I'm sorry I got emotional. It has just been that kind of week, and I appreciate all of you sticking by us and having faith in us and coming back week after week and giving us the support and love you give us, because you guys are incredible. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Well, that was our week 10 weigh-in. Thank you so much for joining us. We all had such an incredible journey this week, so I'm excited to see what the future brings. As far as a 5th member for our team, we do have a few people in mind. We did have a wait list coming into this project. We will take into consideration adding in another 5th member to our team. There are some really awesome people out there, and we are really excited at the prospects of our new 5th member. So watch for that in the coming weeks. Otherwise, it'll just be the 4 of us hanging in here strong and pushing and motivating each other. And again, thank you so much for your love and support, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, it's feeling much better today, and hopefully I won't be wearing this thing for much longer. In fact, I'm gonna try and not wear it at all tomorrow and see if it's any better. So we shall see. As far as tips and advice,